Good evening, West County Democrats. My name is Jovanka Beckles. I have been a Democrat for 40 years exactly. Registered as a Democrat when I was an undergrad in college and have remained so the entire 40 years that, 40 plus 20 at the time, plus 40 years at this moment. So I am really proud and honored to be here. I'm proud and honored to have represented West County for over almost 20 years. I live here. I've lived in West County for almost 30 years. I've worked in West County for 23 years as a children's mental health provider, doing wraparound services for 23 years in West County. Because I've lived here for almost 30 years, I shop here. My taxes go back into this community. I'm invested in the young people of West County. I'm invested in my neighbors. You see me shopping. You see me shopping. You see me getting gas. You see me everywhere because I am West County. Y'all, I'd be honored to have your endorsement for that reason. We have never had a senator representing West County. We have never. It has always been someone from Alameda County. And West County Dems, we deserve it. We deserve representation from 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 locals, from people who actually live and reside here and love West County, who've done so much for our children, kept our young people out of juvenile hall. In fact, some of the young people that I've worked with since they were 7 years old, many of them are now graduating from college. One of them is getting his master's degree, who is this close to being incarcerated. But because I love this county and I love the people in it, I was a champion, an advocate for our young people to make sure that they deserve to have a future that is thriving and that is a part of this community where they can give back to this community. West County Dems, as I've mentioned, I've been a wraparound facilitator for 23 years. I have been a mental health provider for 34 years. I've lived in West County for 30 years. People know me and they trust me. Why? Because they've seen me in the trenches with them. And not because of a way for me to advance in any kind of political career, but because they've seen my love for the community and the planet. As I mentioned, I was also I was also on the Richmond City Council. I mentioned that I've been in public office in West County for almost 20 years. That's because I was appointed in some appointed positions, and then I was on the city council for 2 terms. And now I serve as AC Transit Board, which represents 1.2 million people in both Alameda County and West County. And I'm proud to have been a public servant who has done everything in my power while working as a full-time person, full-time labor member of Teamsters. All that I did while I was working as a full-time member. I helped raise the minimum wage for workers. I helped save people from being incarcerated. I helped save folks from being unhoused. I helped our struggling residents who struggle with simple things like getting food on the plate. And I also was a part of a group of elected officials who helped to reduce crime in Richmond. And we did that because we addressed it holistically. We addressed it by addressing the root causes of crime. And that is what keeps communities safe. West County Dems, I ask you the question, of Democrats, what kind of Democrats do we want? Do we want a Democrat who is bold, who is courageous, who is willing and able to address the current crisis that we face as our democracy is being attacked, not just from the far right, as our democracy is being attacked by the threat of a Project 2025? Or do we want Democrats who are beholden only to the people of this district, who are beholden because I take no corporate money. Corporate influence in our elections is a threat to our democracy, and it is also it's conducive. It's playing into the hands of a Project 2025. Democrats who value being representative of the true democracy of what it means to be a Democrat, representing us as a people, the democracy that is for, of, and by the people. I'm the only one in this race who is corporate free, and that is so important, West County Dems. In answering the question, before I get into that, again, I want to say that representation matters. As a Black Latina immigrant, a part of the LGBTQI community, a longtime union member, my lived experience reflects so many of the constituents that I represent. I understand what it means for working class families to thrive because I have been in a worker for 30, well, at least a career as a mental health professional for 34 years. And before that, since I was 16 years old, I worked in the movie theater. I worked selling pizza. I have been working practically all my life. And so I understand what it means. I'm not a career politician. I didn't graduate from college and go straight into politics. I have worked, given back to my community. I truly have been, I've been pardon me, I have been a representative who has delivered bold, truly progressive policies in the community. Our federal government and the Supreme Court, as I mentioned earlier, aren't representing our needs and values right now, but we have a lot of power at the local area. And people will come out to vote for a Democrat who they see in the trenches, a Democrat who is endorsed by a wide coalition of grassroots community organizations. I'm endorsed by renters, the Berkeley Tenants Unions, the California Renters Caucus, um, you know, organizations who are advocating for renters. I'm endorsed by teachers because as part of my work as a wraparound facilitator, I've worked in collaboration with teachers. So I'm endorsed by the California Teachers Association, by the Berkeley Federation of Teachers, by the UTR. Richmond's by Richmond's UTR. So I'm endorsed by so many grassroots organizations that are devoted to our environment. My top three legislative priorities is increasing health equity, and we can do that through a single payer system. We can do that by correcting racial and other discrepancies. And we can do that by having people who understand our mental health crisis and have access to it. We need these kinds of individuals representing us in the state Senate who understands that. So I want to be a part of a large coalition of legislators who are going to push for single payer healthcare. We need that. I'm out of patience with the slow pace that was happening, and I'm willing to take political risks to get these kinds of bills passed. It's so important. My second priority is battling income inequality, and we can do that in so many ways. We can do that by repealing Proposition 13. We can fix this broken tax system that only benefits right now corporations rather than individual and small single family homeowners. We can fix income inequality by creating a living wage for workers. We can fix this inequality by funding our transportation system, by having free education and childcare and housing for all. Affordable housing is so important. And I'm proud to have worked at Rubicon program. All right. Well, my third is environmental protections. We have to stop drilling. Our planet can't sustain it anymore. But we can do that and still support the workers by transitioning them into a green economy rather than an extractive one. We have to build more affordable housing. I'm committed to that. In fact, in Richmond, we have built more affordable housing than Berkeley has. So I'm committed to that. And so, y'all, thank you so much. There's so much more I want to say, but I do invite you to look at my website, look at my social media accounts, and see what I've been talking about. I have been all about the community. I have worked my tail off for West County, for this community, and I'd be honored to have your support. We deserve someone. We have never had a senator from this county. If we deserve it, I'd be honored for you to join the unions, the grassroots organizations that have endorsed this campaign. Thank you so much.